This could potentially be a massive update for the Quest platform. The other day, Shiny Quagsire, a user on Twitter, tweeted out a screen from the Quest application. It's listed as platform subscription, and it's called Project Apollo. What you're seeing on screen here is called Quest Pass. Get up to 2 new apps or games every month with, in quotations, with Project Apollo, which obviously is not the official name. Log in each month to redeem your apps and grow your library with the most exciting VR titles. Enjoy new apps the day you subscribe. Get easy access to the best of VR. Redeem and install to play right away. Redeem your apps by the end of the month and keep your apps as long as you are subscribed, which is the only negative I'm seeing in this. But essentially what this looks like is PlayStation Plus. Not so much Game Pass, because with Game Pass you subscribe and you get access to all the titles that are available while you're subscribed. With PlayStation Plus, you get access to the titles that you redeem while you're subscribed. So this sounds a lot more like PlayStation Plus, but it could still be an awesome subscription platform for the Quest, depending on the price. The biggest difference that I can see between this and PlayStation Plus is it seems to indicate that you can choose 2 games from a list, I'm not sure if it's the whole store, to redeem each month. PlayStation Plus gives you specific games each month that are certain games, and you don't get to choose what those games are. This sounds more like you're actually choosing the games from either a list or from the general Quest store, which would be, I think, even better than PlayStation Plus, because it opens you up to choose the games that you want to play, not what are added to the program every month. So essentially what would happen is you pay a subscription fee, and it allows you to add these 2 new games to your library every single month. As long as you're paying the subscription fee, those games stay in your Quest library. Now, one thing that PlayStation does do that I hope that this new platform will do is when you subscribe to PlayStation Plus and you redeem those games, they stay in your library. They just lock, so you can't play them unless you're subscribed. I would hope that something like a Quest Pass would do the same. So if you're a member for 6 months and you have 12 games in your library because you've redeemed 12 games, if you stop your subscription for 6 months and then come back and you resubscribe, you should have access to those games. That should be the way that it works, because that just makes the most sense. Honestly, this could be really awesome for those that want to play games but not purchase them outright. Now, if it was like $10 a month, like PlayStation Plus was, that's actually a pretty darn good deal, because even if you got 1 game out of that, if it was a $30 game or a $20 game, you're still saving money because you can play that as long as you want, and it stays in your library as long as you're paying that $10 a month. And then the next month you pay $10, that game stays in your library, and you get 2 more games. So the potential of a platform like this is amazing if it's something that you would consistently use. Now, not everyone is going to use something like this, but I know a ton of people that have PlayStation Plus, and I personally do the same thing. I have games in my library from years ago from PlayStation Plus. I'll go back and play just to enjoy them from time to time, and it's like I have them in my library even though I am paying that monthly fee. Now, if they offered like a yearly Quest Pass that save even more money, that would be even better, because you would just pay 1 fee and not have to worry about the entire year. Now, if you've got a large library of games on your Quest already, this might not be the best deal, because obviously there's only so many games to be added to Quest Pass. Even then, there's still potential for value, especially depending on the games that they start adding to this pass. Now, we don't know when this could come, will come, or when it gets announced. Could get announced at the Gaming Showcase coming up sometime this spring. What would be really awesome is if they started to add in some of the bigger games as they release. I don't know how likely that is, but it would be awesome to see some of these big games launched as they launch, which there are big games coming. Trust me, by the end of this year, I believe you're going to be very happy about the position of the Quest library. Even if they all aren't released yet, you should have a better idea of what direction it's going. But what do you think of something like a Quest Pass? Is this something that you would subscribe to? Let me know down below what you think in the comments. In other Quest news, Walmart is jumping into Quest 2 accessories. That seems so weird to say. Thanks to Upload VR actually for bringing these Walmart accessories to my attention. I didn't even realize that they had them until I saw the article. I'm not sure how long they've been out. And there's even a Razer head strap and a facial interface that's supposed to be pretty good. I've actually got those coming, hopefully very soon. I'll be able to check them out and give you my take on those. Honestly, the Razer ones actually look really interesting. Now, it is made by the same company that does like the CPAP devices you sleep with, so it's hopefully going to be pretty comfortable. I don't know for sure, but it looks like it could be very unique compared to most other straps out there, and the way that it fits. It's supposed to fit kind of like a ball cap with adjustments to keep it tight on your head, especially for fitness applications. And their facial interface has actually got some unique things to it as well, including the way it's molded and what it's made out of. So I'm very curious to try the Razer ones. But back to the Walmart ones. Walmart is now going to be selling the ONN or On brand. You can get a 16-foot charging and data cable for $49.88, a hard shell case for $29.88, or a comfort headset strap for $24.88. The case actually looks pretty darn good, and it even has a spot in the side so you can charge through the case, which the official case I don't think actually does. I've seen people drill a hole in the side of it, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually have a spot for that. The head strap looks like a lot of other Quest head straps, pretty basic, but for $24.88, can't really beat it. And I actually kind of like how padded the backside and the top of the strap is. Now, one thing I'm going to mention here, all these accessory companies that Meta is partnering with, because Razer is one of them, and the Walmart brand, I imagine, has worked with Quest as well. This kind of indicates to me that it probably will be sticking around, the Quest 2, like we've talked about. So I think that I'm probably right in my thinking for what's going to happen for the future of the Quest 2, but that's neither here nor there. With the cable, for instance, I might go buy one. It's $50, but it's actually a fiber optic cable, which is like the official Quest cable, and that was my favorite. If it's bendable and soft touch in any way like the official cable, and it's like, what, $30 cheaper, $40 cheaper, I definitely call that a win. Among Us VR just got an update, and it now supports custom lobby settings, which is great. I think that it was something that was desperately needed for this game. It's a fun game, but it needed some adjustments to really make the game even better and allow you to control the game better as an online game, and these custom lobby settings do that. There's different things that you can change, allowing you to change things from enabling and disabling specific tasks, anonymous voting, and even altering the kill cooldown length. It allows you to completely customize the game, and according to the developer, there's apparently 9 billion customizable configurations, which is just insane. Now, I want to mention this game that's actually coming out in a couple of weeks on PC VR and on Quest 2, which I didn't realize was actually coming out on Quest 2 that early. This is called Ghosts of Tabor. And if you haven't heard of this game, it is a VR first-person shooter that's like a PvP and a PvE survival game. It's got the feeling of like the Escape from Tarkov and DayZ. And I think I've actually mentioned that, if I remember correctly, in the website and all their information, that they were inspired by those games. This will have you surviving while you loot and you craft and you go on runs to get new weapons, earn money, get food, meet up with people. You can go on missions together. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on with this. It is available for pre-order with a launch happening, I believe, on March 20th for the early access beta. I've played a little bit of this, and so far it's really cool, but I need to play more. I'll put a link in the description. You can actually pre-order it right on their website for Quest. There's different levels you can pre-order. You can just do the standard game, which I think is $20. It gets you access to the game on March 20th for the early access beta and the final version of the game, or you can do other levels that give you even more stuff. Honestly, this game has a ton of potential, and I can't wait to play more and see more. Just exploring your home base is incredible. What you can do there. It's just so much cool stuff, from survival to looting to upgrading your weapons, and it's just a really, really cool looking game already. It reminds me some of Into the Radius, the way that some of the weapons stuff goes and some of the survival stuff goes, except it's multiplayer and your enemies are human and not like otherworldly. But it looks pretty darn awesome, and I can't wait to dive in and play even more. Just wanted to mention a couple of games that are launching this week. Since it's a brand new week, Peaky Blinders, The King's Ransom, we've talked about before, but it does launch this Thursday, and Guardians Frontline also launches this Thursday as well. Out of those two games, what are you most excited for? Peaky Blinders or Guardians Frontline? Let me know down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Let's have a wonderful new week in virtual reality, and if you want to check out one of my recent videos, you can do so right there on the screen. Thanks so much for watching, and happy questing.